What are you doing? What are you wearing? What's in your mouth? Etc. 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 Oi, oi, oi. Starlog today. I'm so tired. I'm so old and tired. And fat and ugly too, of course. Um, my oh my, my oh my. Mm. I had an interesting morning. I'm still processing it, but I reunited with somebody. Thanks. Oh gosh, I just like if I didn't already feel blessed. Oh my word. Such company. Do you want to come up and talk to me? Otherwise I will cast upon thee flirts from the panel down into the chat. Let me know if I need to slow it down. The Bex Factor is the best factor. Hmm. Let me look at the combo of emojis you dropped in. You dropped in. Let me look at the emojis you dropped in. We have a fire, we have lips, we have hearts. Yes, we do. We have all those emojis for the win. For the win. Well, hello, Silver Diamond. Would you like a song about being in my chat? Because I can surely do that. But first things first, I don't know, let me smother my lips with my giant lip balm. Ooh. Oh, it feels so good. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Can you hear my tinted shimmery lip balm as it coats my lips with luxury? You like the pirate fish? Arr! It's because I'm rated R. And I'm here for the booty. Oh, well, for the first time ever. Welcome. We have Doc in the chat for the first time ever. He is here. Will he stay for forever? Probably not. I'm saluting you, sir. I am saluting you. You're looking for the lipstick emoji? Girl, come over here. That sounded condescending because I don't know. Do you like that? Are you into that? Oh my gosh. If I could just like find somebody that just wants my specific type of like love abuse. Oh gosh. It would save so much, so much. Also, moving on, moving right along. Oh my gosh. Hey, Christine, I went live. Oh my, do you need me to yell at any of your fish? Do you need me to yell at any of your teeth? That's weird. Oh gosh, can you imagine that nightmare? What if you were born with fish as your teeth? Oh my gosh, you know what's fucked up? You know that sorry nature, but you know that like fish that has the horse teeth? Oh my gosh. Things I wish I never knew were out there. Oh gosh. Okay, all right. Do 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 do. Oh, you're working out. Do 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 boop boop boop. I'm doing it vicariously through you. Do 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 do. Does it fucking count? Do 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 do. Hey, I don't have to work out. Do 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 do. Doc's doing it for me. Yo, I gotta blame and thank and criticize and put on blast and all the things. Doc, you know what Doc had me thinking? Doc legit had me thinking. You know what I need? A resistance training bar thing. What? How dare? Also, hi, hello, Jasper. Hello, Rocks. Welcome to here where you can talk. You can type in the chat, and that is where it's at now. So yeah, so dogs like totally had me fucking thinking that that's what I need in my life. I needed some sort of fucking thing to help me on my path to breaking all my teeth and losing an eye. Also, shout out to King. You know who you are. Also, Arf and Bark and Grr and stop chasing bears because they're bears. For fuck's sake. I just got the chills. I got the chills and I'm so excited. Let's do math and get all divided. Ew. I regret that. Arf and barf. I don't know. It's weird. This is my thing. I've been doing this weird fucking thing where, like, everybody's all about breakfast for dinner, but I've been doing lunch for breakfast. And it's like, I don't know if it's like bringing out the worst or the best of me. It's really weird. It's my science. I like to science. I'm sciencing all over the place. So yeah, I've been like having, so whatever. So this is how I behave after whatever. Anyway, so I like totally reunited and I'm feeling my feels about a certain someone that I don't know. It's a whole thing. I don't want to talk about it. Oh, King! Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Don't chase the bears. You gotta stay safe. Don't eat a porcupine. Oh my gosh, I learned so much about porcupines. Oh, fuck. Things you don't want to have, like, in your face. Porcupine quills. I think that's the right word. I'm not really sure. Pristine? Oh, do you think that pristine's, like, really, like, with some hot, fake dentist? Is this one of those, like, knock on the doors, like strippergrams where it's like, excuse me, ma'am, there's been a noise complaint. Also, it's really hot in here. It's like, it's never just like one thing. Like a strippergram, like they got like so many issues, They like they don't have cash on them. They, or whatever. They'll just have to work off the change that they owe. They're like, oh, ma'am, I'm sorry. I forgot to bring my wallet, but I didn't forget my package. Not that I know about any of that, of course, because angelfish and whatnot, but allegedly. This is the time where I sprinkle an allegedly on it. Meow. What else? Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. I think like if a dentist strippergram showed up, I would be like, oh, this is what they would do. I see a dentist strippergram person would show up being all like, ma'am, I've been sent here for a cavity search. Ah, ah. Also, that could work for like airline personnel or whatever. Yo, the cavity search line can be used for so many different things. Let's ask an expert. What up, Jeff? Hey, Jeff, have you ever dressed up as any type of professional with like some sort of specific uniform that's identifiable visually and then use the cavity search thing? Oh, we have a humble brat. Oh, wait, sorry. I need to. Hello, Jeff. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for bringing your Generation X. That's where it's at. Yeah, okay, now we're all caught up. Oh, hey, Dory. Hello, Dory. When I say Dory, you say I found it. Dory, I found. Whatever. Okay. Hey, Dory, have you ever showed up as a strippogram person? Question mark. What? It's a question. I'm asking you a question. Also, shout out to me for knowing how cringe that was. Oh, I didn't even think about it. Yeah, telegrams, especially stripograms, are the best when they're singing. They're like, hello, baby. Do you want to fuck? Maybe. Because I was sent to your door and I offer so much more. Hey, do you want to taste me or something? Copyright pending. Hey, BC. Welcome. My eyes are up here. Ay, ay, ay. Oh yeah, just a reminder, I'm still accepting applications for my totally filthy party line business. It's called Phone Appetit, and it's the hottest thing to hit the streets and also sheets and also earlobes or ear canals. You know, one time somebody on this platform sent me an unsolicited ear canal picture, like totally true story. It was fucked up. They have like an ear problem, and they're here's the thing: they made their ear problem my ear problem. What the fuck? Don't be sending ear unsolicited ear canal pictures. For fuck's sake! Don't make me like start a whole new folder, like being all like unsolicited ear canal pictures. Ugh, ugh. That ended our whatever ship. Hello, Wande. Oh my gosh, did you? Oh my gosh, how cute is your avatar picture? Hello, welcome. I've never seen you before. I would remember because that is the cutest avatar ever. Look, it's like a little one, and then like an elephant. I love elephants. I like elephants. Aww. What's the bad joke? That kind of is maybe my. Also, do you play a bad joke or do you play a bad prank? Also, you don't have to answer that. That's like this one time someone called me out. They were like, "Is it origin or origins shift?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't fucking know." Yo, I just like relearned that the word judgmental only has one e in it, and I'm like, oh, that's right. I was talking about the bon appetit. Oh, bon appetit. Oh, I see what you did there. Bon appetit would be look. Hey, Doc, you want to go into business with me? You, me, and King, and now Jeff. We should start a place called Bon Appetit. Ew, can you? I don't know. I just like took it like wave. Ew in my head. You remember like in the old? Do you remember? Do you remember in the olden days when they used to sell skeletons to doctors or some shit? That was what a time to be alive, and don't you dare not be alive because then your skeleton's gonna get sold for science or fake science. I don't know. I really just let's all just take a moment to be grateful for being alive right now because old timey times smelled so much worse. Old timey times must have just stank to high heavens. Oh God, you know who knows about stinking to high heavens? My Dawn, my Dan, my everything. Yeah, Q-tips are totally bad. Also, Q-tips is a brand, and now they are obligated to sponsor this channel. Uh, what are they called? They're called like cotton swabs. Is the technical term? Okay, cotton swabs. If we call them Q-tips, that's like calling tissue Kleenex. You're just giving them like a little something, something. You know, it's not a Xerox. It's a duplicate. Huh? Facts. Taking down the man one truth at a time. Fuck you, patriarchy. That's right. Hey, Dawn, 3:16. Are you here to be nice? Or are you here to be mean? Hey, Don for sure has like stripogram somebody because he has so many costumes and it would just be a shame to not use them for such purposes. Cotton tip applicators. Yeah, dude, cotton swabs can be used for so much. Art supplies, makeup stuff, technology cleaning, regular cleaning. Um, you mean when you like leave your tampon in for too long and then all of a sudden you get electrocuted by your vagina? Question mark. I don't really think that that's how it goes. Oh, not true. Just be gentle and use a spinning motion. I'm a clean ear freak. My day doesn't start until my ears are clean. Oh, do you use a Q-tip to clean out your belly button? I'm sorry for making the assumption that you're an innie. If you're an outie, I'm jealous. Yeah, it's something like that. I know it involves your vagina electrocuting you for sure. Medically speaking, that is what is up. Also, allegedly, also, just kidding. Also, yeah. Not really sure how you got there, but maybe the Q-tips inspired you to don't use Q-tips for that. That is not a thing. Oh my gosh, I keep getting this video in my video shorts, and it's like about like IV needles and how there's like a certain kind of IV when you go to the hospital or the clinic or whatever. It's like this certain kind of needle that melts, like when it's like in from like your body heat, and then it becomes like bendy. Are you all getting this video? Also, that is so fucking. That's dope ass medical science shit. Like that is a crazy thing to think about. Also, I saw this other video of like this woman. Well, it's like an animation. Um, but it was like this lady that had a, oh gosh, I just had the word, a pacemaker, and like it got unplugged or whatever in her. And I'm using all the wrong terms and making it like really basic bitch, but something got like unplugged in her pacemaker, and then she passed out. And then her husband came in and he was like, "Oh my god, babe, like what's the matter?" And then he tried to move her, but it was like yanking on her legs. But when he picked up her legs, it plugged back in her pacemaker. And he was like, you're okay. And then he put her legs down, and then she passed out again because it unplugged. So he had to like stand there holding her legs up while they waited for emergency services to show up. He didn't understand why her legs were keeping her okay, but anyways, it's a whole thing. Also, they sell these like little uh it's like a reusable Q-tip with like a little, not a corkscrew exactly, it's like a softer situation. But those are supposedly like really good for you. I don't know. That kind of freaks me out. Um, have you ever done that like ear tunneling thing, say, with like the or waxing, whatever it's called? I don't. Like chimney. Have you ever chimneyed your head? That's a crazy thing. An Annie, an outie, and a shouty. Oy, done nice. Ear cleaning is a very interesting topic. Ugh. What would you rather subscribe to? A channel dedicated to ear cleaning, hoof scraping, or pimple popping? Question mark. And you have to watch it forever. The more, those are your only options. You're stuck with that content. You didn't even hesitate. You're all about that. All about that. Hmm. I am not gonna lie. I thought you were gonna be more like a hoof scraper, dude. You know what I'm talking about? Like a combination of like the horseshoe cleaning things, and then also just like any kind of hoof that gets infected, and they do that thing where they gotta like, never mind. I can talk about it. Ugh, ugh, ugh. But you do see the animal in like immediate relief when they get their like hoof pus sac pierced. Ugh, Marf. Ugh. I can't think about that. It's too ill. You love Dr. Sandra Lee. Well, I like Sandra D from Greece, so everybody's got their faves. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I feel like I might have. I feel bad about it now because is there a sequel to the pizza song Dawn? Because I saw something in my feed recently and I went right on past it. But it was like something about it was not the OG pizza song, and it had like kind of like a weird, kind of like threatening y title. But it was something. It was like I broke the pizza, or I fixed the pizza, or something like that. It was in the title. Oh man, I should have fucking clicked on it because now here we are. but it had like an Olsen twin or both. I can't remember, but it looked very much in the same vein as the "I love pizza" Pizza song. And I was like, dude, is that the next generation? Is that the Star Trek Next Generation of that pizza song? Also, what the fuck is wrong with me today? I've already made a math reference and now Star Trek? Gross. Okay. Look at you. That's adorable. Putting sequels in quotation marks. Oh my gosh. I thought you were at the dentist. For fuck's sake. Shame on me for speaking freely on my own platform, thinking I was in the clear because Christine is busy. But nope, she's still here to wag her finger at me. Well, deservingly so. Deservingly so. Oh yeah, just a reminder, y'all, hit the like, subscribe, blah blah bullshit, whatever, right? Become a member or else all the threads, right? Also, feel free to check out the shorts on the channel. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I've had a lot of people help me with the shorts on the channel. Okay, thanks, Galentine. Um, that's all. I hope you enjoy them. They are, yeah. Do 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 boo boo boo. Oh, watch the shorts. Do 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 boo boo boo. And hit the like and comment. Do 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 boo boo boo. Oh, you're listening to? Oh my gosh. All I need now is my omnidirectional chick and my other garage. If who's also my hammock hero. So I've got my pixelated pear friend here. Got my Galentine, my omnidirectional chick, and then I have my hammock hero, who's also my other garage. I am so blessed. I'm so blessed. Yep. And then there's more. And then, of course, I have my business partner here. We are doing things, and they mostly include asparagus between our toes and all the stuff. Uh, what, Pristine? Doo boo boo boo. Um, I'm not sure what this is in regards to, in relation to, but I had this. Oh, wait. But it did remind me of a different conversation I had earlier. And so I'm like a little bit distracted. Oh, you're getting all the x-rays? Do you get that? Does your dentist place have the x-ray machine that's like the one where they put the fucking lead bib on you or whatever? And then it's like the robot circles around you? You know what I don't like? I don't like because they put those things in your mouth that you have to like bite down on, you know? I'm not gonna get into like a whole like gag thing, but that shit, fuck that noise. Like sometimes, like, if you have like a dick hole of like a technician helping you, they just think that you're just gonna like be chomping on those fucking whatever the hell those are, and like and it's god, ugh, freaking me out, man. It's freaking me out. Ugh. But yeah, my dentist has like that like super machine thingy, and it's fucked up. Also, totally unrelated, I saw a video of a robot barista. Really, world? Really? Is that what we need? Coffee made by robots? I mean, I guess that is like a thing that happens often. And a lot of people that drink coffee have robots in their house that make coffee. I don't know. I'm new to coffee. Also, I'm supposed to clarify that I don't actually really drink coffee because I drink iced coffee sometimes. It's changed my life. It's really helped with my migraines a lot. Shout out to caffeine. I don't know. I like hit the plateau with the soda pop caffeine. And it's probably placebo, but I don't give a fuck. If you have a migraine and you want to get rid of your migraine, oh, add a little bit of iced coffee to your medicine routine, even if it has caffeine in it already. I say this is not medical advice. This is just allegedly. It's helped me. And I still want to get that thing pierced, that like the crunchiest part of your ear, right before the ear canal. That thing that I can't remember its name. I think it's like a one syllable word. And allegedly, if you pierce it, it can help you with your migraine. The thing is, I know that you're going to hear that crunch when you get it pierced because, like, I have been pierced a lot. And specifically ear piercings, like you hear it, like when it gets to like earlobe, fuck that, that's just squish. But you get into like cartilage zones, oh, it's magic, you know. It's you're gonna hear that crunch, and you're gonna know what's up with that. But still, I think the most painful piercing I've ever had was my nose. Oh god, that hurt so bad. I don't know why. It felt like they put their whole fucking fist through my face. Did not feel good at all. Anyway, you know, I really the other like maybe like 2 days ago. 2 days ago was somebody had sent me a gift. I ended up sending it back, but somebody had sent me a gift, and I was like really trying to figure out like what to do with it. And like so much part of me like was like started to thinking about like like my next tattoo or piercing. You know, I don't know if you have either. Sometimes you get into this like position of the itch for the next, you know, and you're just like, damn. You start looking at like, you know, like spots on you, like little places where you could, you know, just add some art. And I'm like, you know what? I can put a little something right here, and nobody would have to know. Oh my gosh, I remember like I have a there's one of my tattoos I got, and I kept it as a secret, and it totally. And then I was like in a wedding, and when you're like in a wedding party, and you have like no rights in that in that position, because anyway, so I was in this wedding, and I had to wear this dress that I would never have picked out for myself, because it was not even like it was like stuff. I feel like if a dress is short and has no sleeves, like that's not a dress anymore. That's just like it's like a, it's like a wrap. I don't know. It just felt like, it just felt, it's like a torso cover. That's what that shit is. It just felt like a fucking torso cover. Anyway, so I was wearing this like torso cover in this wedding, and anyways, and I got caught or whatever. I had to talk about tattoos that maybe I didn't want to talk about with the world, you know? But they were just all on blast. And I just remember like walking down, like, you know, you walk down the aisle, and there was like one person in particular that I was like, oh gosh, I will never hear the end of this. And I swear I heard a gasp. I heard a gasp when I walked by. That's how they found out about it. And I just was like, damn it. Well, that was a conversation that I probably should have had before. I don't know. It was a whole thing. Let me tell you this though, as I talk shit about this particular dress, because I had to pay for that fucking dress, then it became a mission of utilizing that dress for like other things. Like I'm like, you know what? I gotta go to the market today. Better wear that fucking stupid dress. But like with like 82 other layers with it, because like seriously, I've never worn so little in my life. Like out and about, just like out and about. And then I went to a different wedding. Okay, I went to a different wedding, and I fucking hoe bagged it up at that wedding a little bit, sort of, because that wedding I took that fucking dress. I was trying to do whatever. I had plans for this other, but I wore that fucking torso cover, and I wore it with like straight up Straight up. I'm trying to think of it wasn't just like a simple like diamond fishnet like stocking. There was like some other like stitch to it where it was just like next level. Where? Anyways, that also kind of backfired because that was also an outfit I really expected only to be at the wedding, but anyways, it didn't go down like that. Anyways, I totally never mind, forget it. Moving on. What outfits do you regret wearing and then having to be caught in? What tattoos did people not know about and then they will put on blast? Question mark. Okay. All right. It's been 30 minutes. Ugh. I'm gonna rub my eyes. Don't proceed. Ugh. Third thumb. Oh, that's funny. Do you hear that? Did you just hear all my phlegm? Am I getting sick? Don't let me get sick. Holiday. You know what sucks? Being sick on vacation. You know who doesn't want that? Anybody. Unless they do. Hmm? Hmm. I'm trying to remember what shoes I wore with that outfit that I wore to the second wedding. The second wedding. I know that they were like chunky and tall. I remember them being heavy. What the fuck was I thinking? Oh, and I totally wore with like my like faux leather, uh, cute like motorcycle jacket that I fucking ruined after that. Here's the thing: don't leave that shit out in the rain. Oops, it totally fucked my jacket. I love that jacket so much. It was like perfect, and it had that cool zigzag zipper stitch. Oh my gosh, it was so fucking dope. I totally fucking ruined it. That like fake leather shit just like was like peeling off. Just like I would like leave it. Oh, I wish I could fix it. Because the shape of the jacket was so fucking cute and it had like cute little collars that could pop up or like leave down. It had like snaps and shit in places. It had a belt that you could wear or not wear. Ooh. And they're like studs and shit, but not like obnoxious. I don't know. I gotta get a new one. I gotta find one. I look for that all the time. I've seen jackets that are kind of like, and it was like a short. It was like a short jacket. It was just perfect, and it was like light enough to be worn when it wasn't too cold. Wait, light enough, or you could whatever. It just was like I just fucking loved it. It wasn't like a real jacket. It didn't keep you warm. So like it was, you could wear it whenever, and it was because it was thin enough to like put under like a puffy jacket when it was like actually cold or there was real weather. Ugh, but it was not waterproof. It was not waterproof at all. Ugh. Or actually, it like did okay in like the rain, but the problem was I left it there. I left it on a patio chair like a fuck face, and it got ruined because it was like folded. It was like folded over, like I just like, Scarlett O'Hara like discarded it all like, Mama, where can I put my coat or whatever? And I just like tossed it on the back of a chair and then it got wet and then it was stayed in the fold position and then the crease got all fucked up and cracked and then the fake leather melted off. R.I.P. that jacket. R.I.P. that jacket. Ooh, and you know what else? What season it's for? It's for, I'm so excited. It's like, I think I showed them before, but I have these like moccasin, well, they're like boot moccasins. And then they're thigh height, uh, boot, but the top of the boot is more like leg warmer. It's all like crocheted or some fucking, or woven. It's all woveable. So you could like squish it down. You could wear it. You could wear it all the way up, like over your knee, or you could fold it. Like the whole everything above the ankle is fabric, and they're all like autumnal colors and stuff. I am so fucking excited. Tis the season for those boots. Yes, it is. Tis the season for those boots. Fucking shift. Anyways, last season I fucked them up and I got caught on something, and then like they had like this like long unravel like string happen, but then I learned about fabric glue, and then I did some sewing stuff, and now my boots are back in action, fuckers. I'm so excited. And they're so comfy. You're coming up in 5? Okay, well, let me see what else I can talk. What other shoes can I what other clothing can I talk shit about? Oh, I was saying, so I started to wear, like, literally, it was in my, of course, I will, again and again, Vex. Like, right now, swear that bridesmaid dress is out because I wore it recently. Because I'm telling you, like, I fucking just I took my power back and I started to style it all different. I actually like have like totally like if you got up close and personal with the dress, you'll see it's like all stabbed in places because I've like used all different kinds of like pins to like change its shape to make it like a different version of itself. And like I've like hiked it up on like a side to make it like a cute like more shirt style. But it's like anyway, and it has that like weird what I don't know what it's called. I think it's like I want to say like I'm not gonna get the word right, so I'm just delaying it. Like ruching, crochet. Let me look it up if I can find it. Um, style of dress. Uh, let's see. Oh no, that is such a cute dress. That's unrelated. No, that's not what it's called. Ruching or something. I don't know. I'm over it. Oh god, that is such a cute fucking dress. Wait, let me go look at it again. Oh, it's so fucking cute. I never even heard of this company. Oh, taking a screenshot. Oh, this is so cute. It's like it almost looks like a little. Okay, it looks like a little romper, but it has like a. Hold on, let me look at it. And look at the back. Oops. No. Jeez, Louise. Oh, it comes in gray and black. Right, 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 all right. Right. Oh, I'm distracted. Cancel. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. So it's like a little romper. It has like a choker style. Like I don't even know what the hell to call the neck thing, but it has like it's like a halter top, but doesn't have ties. But then one side of it's asymmetrical in the sleeve land. And oh, never mind, I can't explain it. It's too crazy. I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh my gosh. Wait, I don't like it anymore. I mean, I do, but the fuck? Why does it? Oh my gosh, what is this website? Oh, bookmarking. Hold on, I'm gonna take a picture of this. Hold up. Hold up. Hold it. Oh wait. Hold on. I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna. Because if Bex comes up, then maybe she could show the dress. Hold on. Let me go change the format. And then you. All right. Hold it. Discord. Jack. Okay. All right. Let me do this. Oh, perfect timing. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
I'm wearing my happy Bibra today, not the sneaky guy with the extra leg Bibra.
Yeah. What was that word that you called? Like, what's it called when the pair of? What's the
the
word
one
about the
which word?
legs? The one that's like the bees can have as many legs as they want. Word.
Yeah. Um I don't remember.
It was like a
Uh-oh.
scientific word for like we might have four legs or six.
Like mosaicism?
Maybe.
Mosaicism, but there may be a pair
Maybe.
of something. Oh goodness. Oh goodness gracious. This is the brain deadedness of doing a 16-hour live stream a week ago. That's what we'll blame it on.
Okay. Yeah, I
We'll
blame
blame it
that.
on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could. I mean, some might blame it on drinking, but I don't drink, you know?
Right.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. I would totally drink if I wasn't such a frugal bitch. Plus, I'm such a cheap drunk, and you know,
Yep.
um, yeah, the people pleasing tactics of myself, the people pleasing nature of myself, and alcohol, just mixes. I'll say it here. It mixes, and I have too much pity sometimes for people that
Hmm.
might be overly friendly, if you know what I'm saying. And it's
Yeah.
just, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really drink, but you know what I learned along the way? I think I like something called Shiraz or something like that.
I can tell you
Shiraz.
that if you like a Shiraz, you probably like a Syrah. The Syrah, wine originally is named after its region, right? So Syrah is a region in France where they took the grapes of the Syrah region in France, they took them to Australia and grew them there. And they
Mm.
can't call them Syrah because they're not grown in French soil, so they call them Shiraz, which is
Oh.
essentially imported grapes from France and grown in Australia as Shiraz, Bazaz. And no offense to the French, okay, because they're very, they're definitely very strong minded individuals who, their culture alone allows the world to just be, let it be, let it be. They're a little bit smug. Whereas I would say, like, the
Mm.
Australians make things better. I'm just saying the Australians can just that added, that down to earth, that seed of the soil, that like you said, what? A fucking what? Right? I'm just saying. So that's just me. I prefer a Shiraz to a Syrah as well.
Oh.
Um, yeah,
Well,
because
shout
one
out
puts
to.
you in.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say one of them, has you like driving around with like tough rhubars on the front of your vehicle just because, kangaroos might jump out at any time. And
Yeah.
the other one is like, when will the train arrive? Oh, my gloves are dirty. Me guantes, les gants, c'est soucier, les soucier, les gants, la 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 la, je ne sais
Mm.
quoi, ba 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 ba.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I feel you. Well,
I
I
see that.
spent I spent weeks in Paris, but I spent months in Australia. So I feel like I'm an expert, and I can say that what you said was true.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
Yep.
much.
Nobody doubts
Plus,
you.
I
Also,
mean,
here
where are
it
all
up the
the
month.
French snobs? They're not online hanging out with us, but all the Australians are. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, it could be a language barrier. Could be that most French people don't all speak English, and if they do, they like to pretend they don't because
They
French are very,
totally do that.
yeah,
Let's
they're linguistically protectionists, right? They're kind of linguistic statists, so to speak, right? You know, they're like, you say what? You say what? Only they don't say it like that because they only like to speak French.
You
I
know what I
noticed
think
you
is
sent
even
me a picture. Was
I
that to
did.
share here or not here?
Yeah, do you mind? Because I
No,
okay,
it's
so
already
I
there.
was
It's there.
oh okay, so this is the dress that I was talking about that has nothing to do with my dress, but I went to go look up the word that I can't remember, but maybe Bex knows what it is if I give her really awkward descriptions. But this is the dress that the internet like showed to me, and then I got distracted.
Well, and
Bex,
if they can't see, oh, they can see. Okay, they can see the whole picture. Yes.
yeah.
Um,
Do you
what's
like
the
this or
word?
hate this dress?
I think it's fantastic. What I love about it too is that it's one of those dresses could be worn as a shirt or a dress. And I just know some people are like, oh,
Yes.
like I like it would
Yeah.
go well with leggings. It would go well with a pair of jeans, you know. But
Yes.
it also looks absolutely fantastic as a dress.
Hey
You know,
Ben. Yeah, and
it's
I
the
love
kind of
like the
dress
belt
you might
where it's
go
like
play. Sorry, go ahead.
I just like the belt because it's kind of like, what, bitch? This is not a fancy dress. This is a kick ass, fucking badass babe dress. Like, what? I don't care about my sleeve. Whatever. It's on my shoulder. It's off my shoulder. Like, whatever. I don't care. Here's the
Exactly.
thing.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. I'll show you later if I go if I can find it again. On the back, it like has text, and it kind of lost me there because I don't understand it. Uh, but thanks internet for bringing this dress to my attention.
Interesting. Interesting that it has text on the back because if I were my younger self, okay,
Yep.
this and there were still billiards halls. This would be the kind of dress that I would go play billiards with my boyfriend in. I'm not joking. Maybe a little more shoulder than the dress I would choose, right?
Mm.
A little more arm, I might have the cutout in the bust and have my arms covered a little more, but that's just me and my style, back
Mm.
then. But I definitely totally would have worn this to play billiards with my boyfriend and strategically, positioned myself when he was
Yep.
and sat him in the corner and such, not other
Understandable.
people. You
Yeah.
can squat and shoot when you're facing in one direction and bend over and shoot in the other. So that
Yeah.
being said, the text on the back may be relevant to my billiards playing optics. And I'm like, oh yeah, I know where I'd wear that dress. And I know what would be happening. And that's like some people like to like makeup sex. I like after billiards,
There
seductive
you
sex.
go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of,
So
but I
but
like
again,
it.
I didn't mean to sexualize a very
Yeah.
sexy dress.
Yeah.
But I did.
Okay, so
I did.
wait, do you see it? Do you see on the side how it's got like those kind of like it's just that's just the fabric like doing its thing, but but I don't know any other I can't figure out how to describe it, but it's like tiered in that like pleated but not really way.
It's called ruched.
Ruching. Okay, so
It's called
I think I
ruching.
got close. Okay, so because I was talking smack about like a dress that I had to wear to be part of a wedding party, and it had ruching, um, like not on the side, like kind of like in the middle, like top, like the whole front, the whole like I don't know, like the bust area had like weird like layers, but there
Hmm.
was like wire to make it all squiggly or something. I don't fucking know. Anyway, it was
I
a
know,
whole
like
deal.
one of those things that really didn't help flat chested or big breasted women. It was like, what is this doing? Trying to uniform us all with some sort of weird, like pinned on fan or something. Like, again, not dissing the wedding you went to in any
Yeah,
way, but
no, it was like
yeah.
because the corners of the dress like did like a little flare up, so it needed to have like a shaping. It needed to have like hidden levers or whatever. I don't know what to call it. Anyways, but so the point is that like if you fuck around with a dress like that has like a shape to it, like with that, if you treat it like I treat shit, like just fucking not great, it starts
Yeah.
to like warp it a little bit, and so
Hmm.
yeah,
I hear that. I hear
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I was always like a flowy dress kind of girl, a long,
Oh my
long, thin fabric kind of stuff, right? Like stuff that people might want to catch your silhouette in the sun behind,
Oh,
like, but not totally see through, but that definitely the nature of it was to look covered up, but then in certain lights, not so covered up.
be
That's
all
my kind of,
clear.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But that was just me. I was kind of like, I liked sort of hippie clothes. I guess people would
Hmm.
call them hippie clothes. Um, but I definitely had the odd dress that fit snugger than that one that I really enjoyed, like mini dresses that were sort of the opposite. That I just liked the color and the cut, and they felt great. So, um,
I had this like one
but I
dress
haven't
that
worn a
was
dress or
kind of.
skirt in a long time.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I bought this. I got this one dress that I was like, there's no way that I would like it, but when I put it on, I loved it, and it was like a bubble dress. Like the bottom of the dress was like a bubble. Like it was like thicker. It was like it rounded at the bottom, and a little bit poofy. Like it had like an extra bit of like weight at the bottom of it. Do you know what I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that
Yes, I
dress,
do.
and it had a halter top, but the halter top was like spaghetti strings. And then it had this like flower, but it was like a rouging of the fabric flower right at the neck, so like kind of like had this like accent. It like looked all fucking stupid on the hang, but I loved it. I fucking love that dress, dude. Ah, shout out to that dress.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I know, at the end of time when I have my cruise ship forever and into eternity that I can
Right.
sail all around the entire universe in, with like UFOs that land on it and stuff like that. I will also
Mhm.
have backwards, I will have all the clothes I've ever loved in my closet.
Oh my
In
gosh, I
perfect
love that.
form, incapable of staining and all that jazz. See, people like to imagine backwards. I know you don't necessarily come from the brainwashed truther sphere, but I did, right? And so people like to imagine backwards a time when our bodies were perfect and we didn't need to eat or talk or, enjoy one another bodies and all that jazz. They seem to idealize that. I just like to project into the future that time of perfection instead, because it's all imaginary. Um, perhaps until suckers end up being turned away at the dock where it's like, you didn't believe in Bex's cruise ship. You got to wait 1,000 years for your first ticket. You get the opposite of a golden ticket. This ain't Willy Wonka's factory. Turn around, come back next time. Right.
Mhm.
I know I'm just being silly. I know, but we'll get off
So
the cruise ship
okay,
riff.
do you okay? You know who landed on the moon? Who walked on the moon?
Well, Neil Armstrong.
Okay, so have you seen the videos of Neil Armstrong talking about how that never happened?
Well, I have seen. I've seen. I may not have seen direct interviews like that, but I've seen him answer questions in a vague way that implies, right, that's never happened. But I think, just so people know, that the moon landing footage was a recreation, of an alleged moon landing, right? So, just like they put out, so because they didn't have cameras and stuff there to actually show someone landing on the moon, and I would bet that moon landing footage recreation was not put out the day that Neil Armstrong was on the moon. It was just a voice recording. That was all produced later, after he got back, allegedly, again, to sort of, that. And I think that's where over time we've all seen a picture for that was generated in literally was generated in in a studio on purpose, because they didn't have cameras to take pictures of his moon landing. Does that make sense? Like, and they
Yeah.
they knew that, like documentary, they teach Schindler's List. They teach they use Schindler's List to teach people in school now, right? Like, it's played in history classes, whereas Schindler's List is a dramatic recreation of a true story. And even if it's to the letter, teaching people with a movie is still, people can be misled by the movie, right? So, and miss the mark of the history lesson, which is like, Schindler wasn't the most important person. He was one person pushing back against the system. And, blessed be that he did, because he saved lives, right? So that's beautiful. But still, to be forced to watch a dramatic recreation in a history class like it's real can create later stories where people are talking more about Schindler and Schindler's List than they are about what happened in the war. Just like sort of people talk more about the moon landings pictures than they actually talk about the physics of the moon landing. Now, that being said, I stand on fact, right? What I believe and what I know are two totally separate things, so in my gut reaction, did they go to if they've sent people up to the sky, right, to go places far away, could they have gone somewhere very, 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 very far away, right? And is that necessarily the destination in the sky? I don't know. Could they and would they necessarily fake stories of going places to amass money to do something? Yes, they could. So when China went to the backside of the moon, are they doing the same thing psychologically on their population as potentially was done on North America and the world with a potentially fake moon landing? Yes, they could be. Or they could have gone to the dark side of the moon, and so could have Neil Armstrong gone to the moon. Because did you see the movie, or did you see the little clip of and maybe I'm not being very clear, but still, I am a little bit shell shocked from, having been brainwashed myself and trying to stand on reality, right? Have you seen the video where it shows, what's her name saying, oh, we already have a gay president, Michelle's a tranny or whatever, right? Joe, what's her name?
No,
Oh,
no idea.
she's a old, it's Barbara Walters. I think her name was Barbara Walters. I think she's the one. No, not Barbara Walters. It was another one of those older lady interviewers. She died shortly after she was allegedly filmed saying this, walking up a staircase. And I think that people have to understand how deep fakes, that if we can say that footage was faked, so could an interview of Neil Armstrong be faked, saying he didn't go. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that whole like what is real. I don't like see that's why I don't like or why I'm scared of outer space or the ocean because it's like the unknown, like I don't want to fucking be
I'm
chilling
with you
out
on
there.
that. Yeah.
It's freaks me the fuck
I'm
out.
Yeah, I say kudos to anybody who wants to get on a spaceship or go in a submarine, right? Like to me, those are two things that are, I'll walk through a Stargate in front of me, a pocket portal or something like into a wormhole that I can see right in front of me before I would ever get in a ship like that, right? That's just me though, you know? Other people want to, get in a rocket ship that actually can leave this space or can go underneath the firmament if that's what people believe, whatever people believe, like they're ingenuity is a thing, and people will, if they haven't gone, figure out how to go long distances, and that's not my that is not the kind of adventurous soul I have,
Mhm.
and I am an adventurous person, so kudos to them. um whether it has been done or it will be done, right? I think it's like, yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah, I'll go on the ocean. That's why I say a cruise ship. Huge, huge, huge ships. If you've never seen them, they're very stable, right? um but I'm not that kind of explorer. But I would say, like, there's people out there that believe we're in an enclosed system, right? Which even let's say a biological or magnetic force field would also make people feel like they're in an enclosed system. But when I ask people who claim that there isn't, that we're in an enclosed system, i.e., there's some sort of firmament that makes a rocket hard, can't go out that far. Well, what would be outside that closed system? That's the part that I find people think they're diabolically opposed to something when in fact they're just not thinking far enough outside their dome or whatever, right? If you're in a pressurized system, outside of that system is less pressure or no pressure and could be a vacuum and could be what is called outer space, but people don't want
Mhm.
to, like, to me, it doesn't make any sense. Sometimes people have like it's like this, right? Some people have gone from flat earth to round earth to rising earth. Well, but how that doesn't, that's still a shape. That's just a direction and a motion. You haven't solved your shape problem. So it seems like a distraction. It's like, how could a rising thing still has to have a shape? Is it flat or is it round? Oh, it's rising. Well,
I'm
that's like
not
saying,
familiar with this rising earth thing.
I'm not either, because to me it seems like is it a triangle or is it a square or is it liquid, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. To me, I don't know. I know that's not the right analogy, but like, it's like is it an orange or is it an apple or is it a rock? You know what I mean? Like, to me, there just seems to be like taking some abstraction that's unrelated. But again,
When I think of rising, I think of pizza crust.
I knew you were going there. I was like expanding. I like that. Rising, like yeast in a bowl. See, that makes more sense than a direction. You're like, okay, so is it a flat? Are we talking pizza crust rising, or are
Yeah,
we
one thing
talking
with
like
pizza
the
crust
dough
is
ball
what
itself, right?
yeah, exactly. What
Exactly. Oh my God,
what not,
that's
it's not
huge.
even just shape, it's what stage, you know what I mean? What stage?
Exactly.
Have you
Exactly.
rolled it out? Have you squished it? And now I want pizza and I'm mad at everybody.
Mhm.
If you're gonna have
But
a
that's
pizza
why,
right now, wait, no,
yeah, please.
bonus, no, lightning round. If you, right now, what do
Okay,
you want? What do you want? Pizza or burger?
pizza.
Okay.
That was hard though. Would you want burger? Because I can totally switch, because that was really, the burger was,
Okay,
I'm just like,
I want us to order but one of each and share.
oh, I would love that so much. I would love
I'm
that.
like so
What?
I love a share sitch. I'm not gonna lie, and I do. I really really do. I love a fitty sitch.
Me too. Me too. And do you like, is it like Beyond Beef, only healthy style, or are we doing beef burger, bison burger, and is this a meat day or non-meat day?
I don't care. Right now I'm
Excellent.
feeling.
Good, good.
Right now I'm feeling kind of like. Oh my gosh, what's the word I want to use? Like super carnivorous. I just feel very like rare. So I would be down.
Mm.
But I do. I love all kinds of like the veggie burgers, black bean burgers, and
Oh, I love a good black bean burger too.
oh my gosh, so
Mm.
fucking
Costco sells some good black bean burgers with corn and stuff in them.
yo. I don't. I'm not. I don't shop at Costco. I mean, I like welcome to everybody that can, but and I keep watching this video where these like ladies they keep talking about their chicken that they get there. It's like some very specific like baked chicken, and it's supposed to be like so
Yeah,
fucking good. I might send you the thing
yeah,
so you can try it.
yeah. Rotisserie chicken from Costco.
No, it's a frozen chicken, but
Oh,
it's like
excuse me.
lightly breaded or lightly something, and then you have to cook it. It's not cooked at all. It's like totally or yeah, it's totally frozen.
Yeah.
Um, and it's like pinko base or something, like dipped in pinko.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I love panko crusted. Do you know what's
yeah,
so special about panko crusting? Why the people like it so much?
mm-mm.
Because it's uniform in its grain size, right? So when you bust up
Mm.
your own breadcrumbs, why they're not so great as panko is that sometimes you got dust, sometimes you got like big crumbs, like whereas panko is a uniform sized breadcrumb essentially, and
See,
that's what makes panko
that's
crusting so good.
the architecture of the not just the aesthetic but the experience, and that's why like we talked briefly about McDonald's having their own potato because of
Yeah,
the product that it produces. Yeah, like because it's we're spoiled. Everybody's spoiled. You don't want like a fucking imperfection on your French fry. You want it to be just like this beautiful uniform. You have this expectation of its beauty, and it's delivered.
exactly, exactly. And there's a beautiful chemistry to yeah, there's chemistry and yeah, architecture. I like that word when it comes to food. texture. Did you ever watch? I think it's a movie called Senses. There's an Ewan McGregor movie where the world starts losing its senses one at a time, and it's
No,
like
that
a
sounds
oh,
scary.
it's so good. He's
Interesting.
a chef. It is scary, but he's a chef. He's a chef who actually, I think I can't remember what order the scents go in, but smell is one of the first to go. Blindness comes at the very end. But it actually is interesting to show this sort of concept of how food was something that, as he's the main character as a chef, he has to overcome these, taste goes, smell goes, and then people lose their lust to eat, but they
Yeah,
have to eat, so he gets into this texture stuff and sound, but then they go deaf and so on and so forth. It's a really interesting movie, one of
that
my
we should
faves
do that for
actually.
science. We should ask people. I don't want to do it, but we should ask people to like vote off their senses from the like. We should have them survival island vote off their senses in the order that they don't want them anymore. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Hmm.
And then we should fucking judge them hardcore. Just be like, oh, really?
Surprisingly, yeah. I know it's not a sense, but if there was, because I don't know if they actually go mute. I don't think, because they're talking about senses. But
Yeah.
if I had to give up something, ironically, for someone who talks so much, I would keep all my senses and give up my voice if I had to.
So you would Little Mermaid it.
Yeah. Yeah, totally Little Mermaid it. And that's because you would have the hands to write or hands to sign. You'd
Yeah.
have like better than Stephen Hawking's like thought to voice box, however that worked, right,
Mhm.
friends? However that worked. People want to talk about fake moon landings. What about fucking fake voice boxes on Stephen Hawking's? How did that work? Like, if honestly, if yeah. Anyways, doesn't matter. I'm
You
just
got
being
that
silly
fake? I
conspiratorial.
don't know. There's like crazy machines that do stuff. I don't know. I
Well,
can get
yeah, and
into
they could have done it at the time. He had one, and if anyone's going to have one that actually works really well, that he's really focused and selected, so that with the push of a button or the motion of a cheek, and stuff like that, he could actually pick what he's going to say. It's probably from a selected set of things to say more than it
yeah.
is like thought to voice box kind of thing. But again, I wasn't trying to be all like Stephen Hawking's fake news, fake news.
No, okay.
Um,
Let me change it. Because have you seen that video of the fish in the bowl that like drives around?
the
They're like
fish in the
they like
bowl. No, I haven't.
yeah. There's okay. I'll look for it. There's like a fish in a bowl, and they taught the fish to like go into like the like corners of the bowl or whatever, and the robot, the little robot wheel, the vehicle that it was on understood that like the fish was steering by where it went in its bowl. So if it got like caught in the corner, it would have to go to the back of the bowl to like reverse the robot. If it needed to make
Hmm.
a turn, it would have to go to left, right in the thing. And they totally taught these fish
Interesting.
like they like did like a whole fucking Pavlov like or whatever like reward system for it when because they would like put these things on the ground like where they wanted the fish to drive to, and then when the fish put the little vehicle like on that spot, then they like were fed, and yeah, it's a whole fucking
Yeah,
thing.
interesting. I was just wondering if that how is how your fish lost his eye.
Yeah, there's a
Car accident.
stock motivated situation for sure. Yeah, let me go see if I can find it in like 3 seconds. Let me do one quick
Okay.
search.
Okay.
I just watched.
Don't mind us, friends. Don't mind us. Shifty's gone off to look for something. It makes her voice go silent. She's concentrating.
Oh, you can hear me. Okay, so I
No, I
don't
can
know.
hear you
This
now.
isn't. This isn't. Okay, this isn't. And if you want to share it, you can. You don't have to. But this is not the video that I saw, but it looks similar.
I don't think I can share a video. I can only share still shots or videos I've downloaded.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, then I'll put it in here. So I saw it, I think, on the Dodo. Here's a different one, but I put it in the chat. But yeah, you can watch.
Oh,
There's
I
a bunch
see
of
it.
you. If you do search like fish drying its own tank or its own bowl or whatever. Like, and again, it's like, how the did that happen? You know what I mean? And there was like one fish in the video that I did see where they were like clowning this one kind of fish because it was like it kind of did not want to do science on like the scientist terms, and so like they had like whatever your hour of science is, let's say from like 3 to 4, and then they were like the fish just sat there, it didn't do shit until like all of a sudden like the last 5 minutes, and then it would like do all the tasks at once and stuff. And they taught it like all sorts of stuff. They taught these like fish to like go through tunnels and go through mazes and do all this stuff, and it was like so cool. But driving the little tank was kind of cute. And I saw a different robot where it was like a paralyzed lamb or something, and they taught the lamb how to operate like a joystick robot. Like it was like a wagon that
Interesting.
was,
Yeah.
yeah, and they taught it to like
Yeah.
it like used its tongue or like something to again revert, go side
So,
to side and reverse, so that the lamb could like go outside and be like frolicking in its way.
well, now suddenly chimpanzees or orangutans that know how to drive golf carts just aren't that um aren't that interest. I'm just saying aren't that special. A fish can
Wow,
drive a cart, right? Not a golf cart per se, but
maybe.
um maybe. The other thing that could be happening is in some cases there can be like remote controlled people,
Yeah,
making sensational
you think
videos, right?
somebody's cheating.
Um, yeah, somebody could be cheating. Uh, Although I do believe would be very easy to put a sensor in a fish tank like that one outside, and show them driving around, and the fish actually is eager to. What the heck is going on? I'm moving, and I, like to me, it does. I think you could train a fish to, to know to touch the side of the tanks to move in a certain way, and it would be intrigued by its ability to go places. So. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, basically we've been able to manipulate images since we started using cameras. People can manipulate things with robotics.
Mm-hmm.
And just, use everyone can use their own discernment or simply be entertained and you know, whichever. Uh I know I know that it's fascinating how much we only tend to discover there's more to discover, which is what I really like. So,
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh,
you know,
because I feel like you would have been like so perfect to be with me when I was like inspired by this little girl that I saw at an event recently, and she was telling me she's like a little teeny tiny little person, and
yeah,
I'm talking like under double digits like age wise,
yeah,
and so
yeah.
she was like telling me about how she's taking this robotics class and she's the only girl in it, and that some
Yeah.
boy like totally tried to fucking like patriarch her, like whatever, and was just like, you're not gonna be able to do this, whatever. And this little teeny tiny little perfect piece of everything heaven, like totally just like entrepreneur, she fucking is like hustling at this dude, because she was just like, I'll bet you $5 I can, and I'm like, hell yeah girl. I didn't say any of those words because she's little, but like she was showing me because like she's like working on this like little like robot hand thing, and I'm just like, oh my gosh! Like first of all, shout out to like being a hustler. Take his fucking money is what I was thinking. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
fucking you build your robot hand and you go up to him and you give him the robot middle finger, and then you fucking get your money from that biatch. All those things are what I was thinking, but instead I just kind of just held back my tears because I was like, "You're the future. You're
yeah,
so perfect."
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I will say I hope that the world has changed. I think
Mhm.
in the sense that that's that that triumph will prevail,
Yep.
and no one will be attacking her 50 years from now for being the feminist she isn't.
Mm.
Um,
Right? Oh God.
but that's
I
sort of
just
like that's
starting a
feminists are
YouTube channel for her right now.
feminist is just that other term like PMS, right? Like where people are just like, I think, using a broad term to try and insult somebody, right? Like,
Yeah.
instead of trying to relate to them. Because I know I won a math competition when I was in grade 7, 6 or 7. I was one of 3 people in the country that got a university level math, got 100% on a test that was unheard of for people of 12 years
Wow.
old to get 100% on. And I was one of 3 people. 2 of us were in the same school, which was pretty anomalous, but we'd studied really hard and we were very bright. And so one could say, oh, wow, freak girl knows how to do math. Or there'd be people now that are like, see, I know you're not a girl, right? Like, but ultimately, like, there, yeah, there's just, it didn't seem to change, that it doesn't seem to change the notions of the unhappy people or who want to put people in a box. And so again, yeah, kudos to her for making a robotic hand that can give the middle finger to the boy but never
Right.
likely will, because she's got so much grace. And yeah, hopefully that little boy does eventually be impressed with through his own judgment, because I think that's
Mhm.
the individual lesson for each of us, right? um so yeah, I mean, it's and if I say something like that, I'm grandstanding. That's what I didn't even know what grandstanding was. I'll grandstand. I'll stand grand if I want to.
I
That's
like the
grandstand.
great
Um,
stand.
but I was thinking about maybe they were too racy. I was trying to come up with some new science, mostly because I want to do the Ben friend. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Of course, so that's right. I know. I know. Why do you think I invented the backpack clipboard for just that? You know what I'm saying?
All
Uh,
right.
just wait till
I'm
we
so
wait.
excited.
Just wait till we invent the mini one that goes on the front of bras. Okay, just wait
Oh
for
my
that.
word.
You know,
And you have to use your teeth, right, or something.
exactly, exactly, right? Exactly. You know what
It
I'm
is.
saying,
I'm with you on
right?
this for sure.
Yeah.
Write that down. Must.
I was thinking of some new science things. I think I came across them in the 4th hour of my live stream last night, but of course I was 4 hours in and streaming consciousness, so I don't really remember what I said. All I remember was like take mental note, but I didn't have a Ben friend to write
Oh
on, so
no! Oh
but
gosh! If
luckily
only I
I
was
have the
there.
live stream. I can go back and listen to it. But if I get caught up listening to my own live streams, I'll never listen to anyone else ever again. That's how
Oh my
fucking
gosh! I
you
can just
know.
see you like going to bed listening to your own shit. Wait,
I know.
did you start? Did you do a stream the other day, or did I like fever dream it? Where you were reading Brave New World?
Yes, I did.
Did
I
you
did.
stop reading and then just like do your own thing, or was it like this
No,
a
I
different?
ended there. I should bring that live stream up because it actually got a lot of views. And I want to keep reading. So I did the foreword and chapter 1, and then I
Okay.
ended the live stream and started a new live stream so that I could leave
Oh,
that live stream
okay.
up and people could listen to me read Brave New World.
Oh, okay. Cause, yeah, like because I got there late, and I'm like, I can't fucking be in the middle of this because I never read that book. But then somebody else like hit me up, and they were like, Bex is live, and I'm like, oh yeah, she's reading Brave New World, and they were like, what the fuck? They were coming at me like I was crazy, and I'm like, I don't. They're like, she's just doing her like thing where she's talking about all sorts of stuff, and I'm because I was like, well, I'm gonna have to go back and check it out, but I guess it was a totally different stream because they were like, that is not
I
what's
did. I
happening over
ended
here.
it as soon as I finished the book, the reading. I ended it and started another live stream, like
Yeah, okay.
immediatement,
Got
as the
it.
French say, immediatement.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I even like
Yes.
went and listened for like 2 seconds, and you were like talking about like something that again like was very poetically intelligent and above my brain ability, and so I'm like, I don't even know if this is Brave New World or just her general like normal conversation. Like I couldn't even differentiate.
I love how you call it poetically intelligent, and other people are like, she makes no sense. She's an idiot.
No. Oh my gosh, people no. Like they still like say that I speak in code, and they need like interpreters to like understand what I'm saying, and I don't care anymore. I'm just like, you
I
either get
know.
it
I know.
or you don't. But I do get sensitive in the DMs when people are like, can you rephrase that?" And I get all butthurt because I'm like, why don't you know what I mean? Why don't you know? Oh
Well,
dear.
sometimes you know what you can say? You can just say no.
Yeah, that's a
No,
great thing.
no, I
'Cause I mean,
can't. I'm sorry. Right? Uh,
right.
and they can just wander off in their continued confusion. They can even blame you for their confusion. And sometimes it could be the case that the confusion is at the source,
No.
right? I'm just saying, like, I tend to kind of sometimes online, I can circle around an issue, right?
Mhm.
Intentionally.
Yeah,
Like when
yeah.
I hopped up on Jeff's the other day and he's like, what's going on? I'm like, blah, 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 nothing, 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 nothing more, nothing, nothing, nothing. Until finally he asked a question and I was like, this is what's going on. He's like, why didn't you say it in the first place? Well, I had to tell Jeff later that I was trying to make some content with him for people to review.
Oh.
See what I'm saying? And they might review it and they'll be like, look at this lady. She's saying nothing. I know. I know. Right. But I really shouldn't do that with a man like Jeff because he is so succinct and to the point. And, but
Right.
when he knew, and after I tipped my bit to him, he's like, oh, okay, I get it. Cool. Right. Like, and he didn't even go to the whole, like, I mean, again, not him in particular, but some women even be like, oh, look at this manipulative woman being manipulative or whatever, right? That was not my intention, even though that's how it could be interpreted. It was look at this playful woman playing with people who don't know how to play, right?
Mm.
Not Jeff, because Jeff knows how to play. He just would prefer the tip ahead of time, like, hey, I'm going to play, can we play again? So, grandpas all over the world stand on hoses or bend a hose, right? As they're like, oh, hey, their grandchild is like trying to water the plants and, oh, what's happening? I don't know what's happening. And, the grandchild's like, instead of grandpa being like, saying, grandpa, you're standing on the hose, they play along. I don't know what's happening. You're right, grandpa, right? That's just what people do. They play little harmless pranks, you know what I mean? Little fun things. They play along, you know. And yeah, some people would be like, that grandpa's evil and probably told his child there was a Santa Claus too, and that's the first lie, and da 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 da, and the adults lie, and it's okay. It's called being playful and hopeful, and um, having mystery and stuff, right? Anyway, see, this is another one of those. Where is she going with that? We're on a plane ride,
Here's
flying
the thing.
around.
I like when you do that, I just hop on and then I start just thinking all sorts of things. Like now I'm thinking about how, and I'm not going to name names, but if you know, you know, I listened to a grown ass man on this platform talk about how much he hates his parents for the very thing that they lied to him about Santa Claus. And he is so fucking mad about it still. That ruined his everything. Ooh. And I just was like, what? Okay.
Well, and
You know,
I can understand. Yeah.
that is, I mean, of course, like, I get the idea of being like fucked up about it, but I'm also like, please work it out, you know?
Yeah, I was angry. I was angry when I found out that adults lied about stuff, but it wasn't so much about the Easter Bunny. I was more disappointed that that wasn't real. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh,
Yeah.
like, and not angry that I've been lied to, but more like, oh, it's like a milestone of growing up when you learn that those things aren't real. And that's, sorry, trigger warning,
Yeah. Spoiler
or
alert. Yeah.
spoiler alert to any child that might be watching right now.
Totally.
Yeah. But I was going to say that when my best friend, when I was 12 years old, trigger warning, this is a little bit sad, but my best friend, when I was 12 years old, I had moved away, but just after I moved away, she'd woken up with sort of like stroke-like effects, right? Her left side of her body wasn't working properly. And she ended up having a benign tumor in her brain that, actually, happiness warning, a girlfriend way later in life had, and they were able to surgically remove it. And she's the same as she always was, right? But with my friend as a child, my friend clearly was not responding well to radiation. And even though it was benign, like she clearly wasn't going to make it. Right. So now the adults told me it's benign and she's going to be okay. And that's when I was mad at the adults, right? I was mad at the adults for lying. But you have to be, only a child can be mad at adults who can't actually fathom and be okay with a child dying, right? You see what I'm saying? As children, we knew we only had so much time to play, right? And the adults didn't want her to play because they wanted her to take care of her health, because they were convinced this benign thing wasn't going to kill her, but it did. So I've spent many years in resentment around adults lying to me, realizing no, they had to lie to themselves, right? The loss of a child is beyond comprehension,
Right.
and to us as children, it's ominous and big. But as a 12-year-old, you just want to play with your best friend one last time. You know what I mean? Like we can actually handle some of those things better in our ignorance than adults. So, but at that time when I was like, oh, I looked up benign in the dictionary, I kept visiting my friend and thinking, this isn't looking good, right? But you can't ask, even any of the adults around you couldn't even reconcile the truth, right? So that's when I went to first the Easter Bunny, then Santa, now Shanda, right? Like, this is big lying, people. And but in essence, sometimes people, yeah, people can't face what's going on. They've gotten better at that now too. In fact, most medical problems that parents face with their children, they will be given the worser odds over the better odds, because it's better to prepare someone for the worst outcome in those scenarios than the best outcome, because people can't reconcile that kind of loss. So whereas with adults, they'll really focus on the 20% chance you're going to be fine, but when when it's talking about someone who's your dependent, it is easier to focus on the 80% not going to make it, so that the reality is real if it happens, tragically, again, not to bring people down, but yeah, unfortunately we live, the world is not a fair place, we'll say. And yet I know any child I've ever known, even my best friend, 12 years old, my friend's kids who had like major degenerative nerve disorders, that they knew that was looming and facing them, and that they would one day be a vegetable. Every single child I've ever known was happy to be here, period. Right? Like, they would have given they of course they'd want a healthy life, but never would they have chosen not to be here for 18 years, even if it meant 10 years in a wheelchair with a degenerative nerve disorder later. You know, that's the people that I know, and that's what I hold on to. Right? Is that the joy of life can be worth the ailing. We're told we're all going to ail in the end, right? Anyways, didn't mean to go dark there, but shout out Shanda.
Shannon.
Doxing my dead bestie. But yeah. Uh, we lived a full life those 12 years, me and Shanda. We had a lot of fun, and her memory has lived on like no other amongst me and all my friends that knew her.
That's beautiful. May
Yeah.
that memory, be a blessing.
She actually, her last name was something like Lipstick, right? And in fact, anytime I think of lipstick, or that you were talking about chapstick the other day, I remember when we were 14, I had a girlfriend who claimed to be more psychically connected, right? She'd have dreams that she would swear came true, and she actually regularly, she was a girl that put on a lot of makeup. Now, maybe her desk or whatever was just set up where her lipstick would fall over regularly, but she would always say it was Shanda visiting when a lipstick would fall over and roll off the table. Well, I don't wear lipstick, but I tell you, I can't see a lipstick container or think about chapstick, like you're saying, shimmering chapstick. I sit here 40 years later after she's dead, and still, that's my memory, right? Is even just associated with lipstick or chapstick is Shanda, right? So,
Mm.
hmm. We used to have we both had Cabbage Patch Kids. Do you know about Cabbage Patch Kids?
Yes.
You know how they came with names, like they came named. You could
And like
you
a
could
little.
submit your own name change, right?
Yeah.
Well, my Cabbage Patch Kid, my Patch Kid was I would say, let's call her African American or just straight up African. She could have been Caribbean. I don't know. It didn't say in the paperwork what Cabbage Patch she came from. But her name was Astra Wilhelmine, and it still is. I never changed it. I still have her. When my best friend passed, I wanted to ask for her Cabbage Patch because he came with the name Cosmo Douglas. Go figure. Okay,
Whoa.
like how could an Astra and a Cosmo not come from the same patch, or even be brother and sister separated
Oh.
at birth, right? In the patch, right? And then suddenly two best friends have an Astra and a Cosmo, like destiny, this doll adoption destiny, preordained, like a little tiny, like you know, like a little, like some little Bible, like some little like doll Bible. I thought.
Speaking of manifesting, I have been thinking about subscribe to chat this whole dang day and beyond. Hi, subscribe to chat. I'm gonna drop a link. I don't know if you'll take it, but what if fucking that would be so well to be in a sandwich of you both. I'm so glad to see you. Um, oh, Bex, what a treat. Ooh, oh, what a treat it would be. I mean, it already is just with them and the tip bump to you too. Anyways, but yeah, no, 100%. You just presented facts. Those dolls are from the same patch. 100% confirmed.
Thank you so much. And I was thinking, I just saw subscribe to chat do tit bump. I love it. I just invented the self fist bump. Have you ever? You can clap and be
Um,
excited. Do you ever self fist bump yourself? Like, because clapping is like a high five, right? High five yourself, right? Just one
yeah,
clap, right? But
yeah,
you can also fist bump yourself. That's my new thing. I'm like, cool, good
yeah.
job. You can be careful though, because you can actually hurt both knuckles.
Yeah, I
If
feel
you
like
do
if
it
you
too
talk about
close.
self fist bumping too much, I feel like people will. I don't know. One time, unsolicitedly, someone sent me a video where it seemed like this lady was fist bumping herself, but I think it was very different than what you're talking about.
Yeah, I make touching knuckles to knuckles like outside, just in front of your body, like you know what I mean, like a hug, like a circle. Yeah, that
Respect
kind of
knuckle.
stuff. But I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
understand where a fist can bump all sorts of things.
yeah.
Yes, I understand that very much.
Yeah.
So,
I'd also just like to
um,
reiterate the unsolicited part of that. I did not ask for it to be sent my way, but sometimes people make decisions for you, and
yeah, yes, they do. Yes,
and those
yes.
people here on the internet make wild decisions for strangers. It's interesting. So shout out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I went into my email yesterday and hadn't been in there for a long time, and I
mm,
noticed somebody had sent me a lot of emails, but I didn't really look at how long and over how much time they'd sent the emails. So then
mm.
I went and chat spam them and email spam them back, being like, "Stop spamming me your research." And then I like realized I went back and looked, and I was like, "Nobody spam nothing. You just don't get very many emails in, and this person's sharing their email with you." And then I had to go delete all the comments. And I'll tell you, sometimes what people don't realize is that sometimes Bex goes around and leaves a comment and makes a note of apology. And then later, when people see Bex with that person, they're all like, "Oh, that person is so forgiving." you know and in essence, the spurg on someone inappropriately and then the later makeup just gives them and props them up, actually props them, may even over props them. But still, I've had a few moments lately where I was like, at the wrong person.
Oh,
um
that's like my whole spiel is to like rare at all the people.
I know, I can't help it, right? It's like, this morning I put two things in a chat and somebody said, "Well, are those even congruent?" So I hopped up and that guy should be grateful. I was like, you wear a battery. I wanted to say, you wear a battery around your neck and claim it does something. And you also believe that mountains are gigantic. Let's just call them dinosaur splooge from the past. So I don't think you're one to call me and ask me about congruency of thought, friend. But that's just mean and rude and attacking somebody's delusions, which I don't do. Okay. I don't, but I just did here kind of in a passive
So,
aggressive dig.
so now, so you're pro dinosaur mountains or dinosaur splooge remnants? Or
Well,
whatever.
I mean, some people think they're they're melted buildings. So if other people think that they're actually like literally remnants of like dinosaur, half genetic dinosaur, happiness liquid, like some sort of faucet, like some sort of pornographic dinosaur faucet. Again, none of my business, right? None of my business. I think it's healthier than some of the visions people have, So yeah, could there be a mountain out there that's actually made of dinosaur jizz? Could be. Some people think they're melted buildings. So some people think they're dead giants. So, I don't know if you come from that sector, but I come from a sector where people have a lot of imagination. So great that they believe it. And then if you give them a different imagination, they're like, nope, nope, nope. Okay. Okay. It's okay.
No, I'm from
Um,
the pandas eating bamboo sector, and it was pretty superficial.
do
Just
they
kind
do
of
that aggressively? Looking at a
some
camera?
of them. Some of them eat it aggressively. They just like really rip open the bamboo stick thing, shoot or whatever, and just gnaw on it. I was in it for the ear wiggles because I think it's so fucking cute when a panda's eating bamboo and then their ears are wiggling because they're chomping. Oh, my word!
See, where I come from, just talking about pandas, it can be seen as towing the line for a beast system, and they can very quickly go to pineapples and pizza and hot dogs and things like that. So,
Oh my
if you
god!
don't know what those things mean, then that's good. That's cool. We won't explain, but even
Yeah.
just the discussion of a panda bear can actually have people jumping on a pizza train, and next thing you know, you're like, dude, we were talking about bamboo, right? Like, but there's also people that believe that, like basically fake apeism is the new flat earth, right? So there's only a handful of people, but they believe that apes are fake and that white and black animals are fake. Shout out to Margaret Atwood, who wrote a book called Oryx and Crake. It's one of a trilogy. It's fantastic. But that's where this sort of post, Monsanto, Dr. Moreau world, some of this ideology could come from, was simply just a book written. But yeah, some people out there literally believe that apes are either holograms or short people in really good animatronic suits and stuff like that. Like, there's people out there that believe that zebras are painted horses, and that giraffes and koalas don't exist. Or sorry, giraffes, not giraffes. Sorry, koalas and pandas don't exist. That they're just animatronics.
Well, I actually, my vegetarian origin story involved watching this thing. It was in a different language. So I didn't know what was going on. And it was like this weird thing on TV that I surely shouldn't have been watching because it involved, it like cut in between this. It cut between a man painting his horse to look like a zebra. And then also it had true warning, it had this situation where somebody took off the head of a chicken and then had a timer at the bottom of the screen where it was like, how long can the chicken run around without it?
Mm-hmm.
And that fucked me up.
That
That
is
was it.
scary stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy that was painting the horse was like singing the song too, so it was like really like I didn't really. I still don't really know what the takeaway was, except for that I was like, what do you mean anymore? It just felt, hey, navigator, look at my face. Aw, navigator, navigator, navigator. Um. Okay. Well. Okay. I don't know if I. Okay. Depending on what your answer is to this, I'm not sure if I want to have this conversation. But I have heard
Sure.
you say this term a bunch, and I just was like, I don't know what she means. So I cautiously ask you what the, and I don't know if I'm going to say it right. It was like animal husbandry or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's that all about?
Well, animal husbandry would be typically just tending to your animals, right? Like, and keeping a stock on your land, right? Where you've got you're having mares breed with stallions, and creating more horses or creating more livestock, right? But there's a form of animal husbandry. So, for instance, with making um, a hairless cat, for instance, right? So they find a genetic mutation that is, something that you want to breed into stock instead of breed out of stock, right? So sometimes with cows, for instance, you might be looking to have um, you might be looking to have bigger, stronger, healthier offspring, right? So you can see when you're breeding stock for profit, like for meat or something, there's a reason why you might want to create the biggest cows you can, that eat minimally, for instance, to get their maximal size so that you can sell the cows and earn more money, right? Um, but when it comes to, say, breeding a hairless cat, right, and you're actually looking to breed that mutation into something where you want to make sure that that hairless cat doesn't suffer from, say, mental impairment, because you're actually breeding relatives in order to get that hairless cat, right? You see a cat gives birth and two cats come out uh, two cats come out hairless, and you decide to breed the brother and sister together to get another hairless cat. Well, they can do that, but over time you can actually breed ailments into that close of a relationship, right? That closely related animals. So in animal husbandry, what they'll take is, say, the daughter, let's just say you have a grandfather on the father's side that is hairless, right? Then you'll take the daughter on the matriarchal side, and you'll breed those two cats together to create ideally more hairless cats. And you've removed the immediate genetic complications of incestuous, or consanguous would be the word that they use, which is shared blood, consanguous relations. You can remove a couple generations and use that consanguous relationship to your advantage to breed into a stock, a trait you want to see, and with minimal or no damage to the actual other aspects of that animal. So that's a form of animal husbandry, would be actually like genetically being aware of bloodlines and the traits you want in an animal, and holding on to a hairless grandfather in hopes that a hairless granddaughter in the cat realm appears, so you can actually be a breed, a good stock with pedigree, show cats, so that you don't just have people breeding brothers and sisters, which can create sterile animals, can create other health complications. And then when those hairless cats come out, and people want to breed them with other show cats, there's practices of animal husbandry that show that you respect how the genetic lineages can work, so that you're not actually creating ailing animals for the sake of an unnecessary trait, you know?
I don't know
If that
what I
makes sense.
thought it was going to mean, but that's not what I thought it was going to mean.
Yeah. But in general, it's simply tending to your stock and keeping it well supplied and well cared for, so that a good animal, I mean, you could do bad animal husbandry. You can have way too many cows on a farm eating way too little grain and have them all skinny, and then they all go to slaughter, and you don't get to, you don't get productive meat, and you don't have happy animals, right? So typically animal husbandry would just be like caring for your stock, like stewardship. But with that can come, let's just say people had, animals on their farm that they allowed too much inbreeding to occur. Then good animal husbandry would be like making sure that you breed back out of that stock, bring in new stock to breed into that herd, and you don't have to cull the whole herd simply because you've been bad at practicing animal husbandry. And now, yes. So,
We're trying to
but
see
that's
what
what it
you
is.
were. Is that like a futuristic
Hello.
teddy bear?
Mm. Well, I was trying to bring up, I have this little orange teddy bear head that actually has these kind of cool steampunk kind of goggles on it, and it has
Mm.
4 wheels. It's just a head on 4 wheels.
Oh
And I
gosh.
was trying to find it because I actually used it. I can do this near far and make like an avatar, like an avatar video where I switch just between all my avatars, and it's like, oh, he's here, and then he's way back there, and then he's up close, and he's now this side, that side, and it's kind of like a fun little thing I was doing with avatars when I was like on a panel. And this particular bear, people actually came at me saying, oh, it's a red panda and it's one-eyed symbolism, and look at her, she's towing the beast system line. I'm like, it's just a steampunk teddy bear head. There's no symbolism in it, but so I put that up just as the whole one-eyed, red panda.
Mm.
It's a little, yeah, where I come from, it's a bit of a troll.
Oh, I don't know about.
But I was trying to find his. It's weird how sometimes images get saved in a way on your phone that, like, I go back to them and they're kind of like in a bigger format, and I can't just pull up the same avatar that I once had.
Oh yeah, it's a struggle.
But I'm gonna see if I can find the OG of him because he's really cute and I really like him. And then I'll show you my avatar short that I did. I do what I was calling avatar shorts for a while, but I have to load those into my here they are. Let's just see if this is it. Oh, no, that's not the one. Hold on.
What up, Spiky Poo?
Oh, I'm doing this wrong. But here, you could pull him up there. Actually, if you pull him up, it's not the whole of him, but that's my little steampunk.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
I know, I love him so much. I love him so much.
Fucking cute. Oh my god. Okay, so I've had like a teddy bear since I was like a little kid. And this poor teddy bear, Fuzzy Bear, of course, has been my pillow for like years and years. Anyways, probably like I don't even know how long ago at this point, but I don't know what I did in my sleep. But I woke up one day and imagine if like the nose was missing on this poor little face. I did that to Fuzzy Bear, and it's just like this sad. It was like the saddest thing that's ever happened, and like underneath the little perfect nose was like this like white spot, like because it's like never been out, it's never been exposed.
Oh yeah. Oh, did you sew his glue his nose back on?
I haven't yet because I'm horrible. But what I did do is I like spent like months like trying to find like a different pillow. I've bought like 4 or 5 new pillows since then, and so I tried to replace it with one of those. I tried to retire Fuzzy Bear, and I got a platypus squishmallow, but it's just not the same. Like Fuzzy is just like so perfect. Like it just we have a system, you know what I mean?
I know, I do know. My grandmother made me a pillow that has my name, my full name, Rebecca, across the top. I just totally soft talked myself. I know. I know. So my full name, Rebecca, like on an angle up, and inside it had like an insert that you could take out and wash the outside of the pillow and the inside of the pillow that had like broken up foam in it. But over the years, the insert actually broke down, and now it's just foam, and now the foam's breaking down, turning to dust. Not a good thing to sleep on, right? But I used the perfect pillow for the longest time. I slept on it, just the corner of it, the very corner. You could have folded up a sheet in 3 and put my like little head on it, and and it would have been like, why do you even sleep on a pillow? Like, why do you even? But I had to have this fuzzy little piece of like the softness of this pillow under my head. And now you're making me think I should go get a new insert for the pillow. I'm staring at it now. It's beautiful, but it also made me think that I have a Snoopy dog also, that he lost all his eyes, nose, everything. My mom had to make like new eyes and shit on him. And he has a blanket that my grandmother made for him. And he sits beside my bed, not in my bed. I used to cry and wipe my tears with him, but too many tears for him to absorb at this stage. But I'm thinking we should go like OTR IMH and show off some of our, our teddy bears sometime.
I don't know. Fuzzy, it's just so sad. Like, when I look at him, I have to kiss his little face because I feel so bad. And his nose is, like, over yonder, like, in a place where, like, I surely hope to not lose it. Because, like, one of the first things I did was, like, put it on, like, my nightstand. But I put it on, like, I don't, like, I had like a desk blotter. It doesn't matter. The point is, I put his nose on like this thing that ended up like being like this like fucking cartoon like catapult situation, and I like immediately just fucking launched his nose like behind the bed, like behind the side of the bed. I had to like move all this furniture, and I was like so desperate to find his little fucking nose. But this is what happened. This is what I was surprised about. Flight Navigator, I was surprised to learn that his nose is kind of like a little screw. I didn't expect that.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, so I don't
It was
know
almost
when
like
if like
screwed in.
yeah, like the
So that
back of his
maybe in
nose.
the back may be floating around inside his body like a little foreign body now that, if he were alive would form a
No,
little encapsulated.
it was a clean surgical removal, from nightmare or something. I don't fucking know, or all the tears, just eventually just flooded his nose out.
I
um,
understand how that is.
but no, so his little nose, his little nose piece has like a little back screw part on it, and so but I couldn't. That just felt so violent. I just couldn't do it. But every time I could like look at Fuzzy's little face, I just have to kiss his little missing nose. It's
So
so cute.
have you tried just screwing it back in, seeing if there's a spot that's actually kind of on the back of the fabric that it'll screw back into?
Yeah, but like it's too
Didn't
fat.
work.
You know what I mean? Like, well, it's
I
just I
know.
don't want to. I don't want to feel like it did work, and then fuck it, and then like lose it.
Well,
It's like
yeah, yeah.
so I want it to
And
be like legit secured, and also I left it out because again, I haven't been able. I'm literally leaning on this motherfucker right now. I love him so much. He's such a good sport. He's so good. But I'm like, like every time I watch him, I'm just like, oh, I really gotta stop. I owe it to. He has served faithfully. You know what I mean? It's been
yeah.
like 80 years, but I love him so much.
I
Yeah.
know how that is. I actually I don't even know why I do this sometimes, but once in a while I purge stuff from my house, like when I shouldn't, and I get rid of things that I love. And one time I put a the craft peanut butter jars shaped like a teddy bear, lid and all. Didn't even have like the coin slot cut out in the roof of in his head, in his hat, in his lid, whatever it is. And I still sometimes in my mind's eye can see this perfectly clean teddy bear jar staring up at me from the recycling bin like, why? Why? Why?
Wait, you got peanut butter like the market that I've seen a lot of like honey and pear, not pear in bear.
You never saw the peanut butter bear jar?
No, I'm not
Craft.
familiar with the peanut butter bear jar.
Yeah, it's big. It's big, like bigger than family size peanut butter would be now, right? Like big, like we're talking, I'm going to say he stands uh, 10 inches high, right? Sits 10 inches high, glass jar, of course, obviously totally see through, but in the shape of a bear. The whole bear, not just the head, the whole bear, not like this guy with
Oh,
wheels, like a body of a bear,
yeah,
arms,
yeah,
legs,
like
everything,
sitting. Yeah, I could
like,
imagine.
yeah. And it was a thing that you could get. They even probably brought it back out. The one that I had was probably not old. It was probably a reprint, brought out to commemorate these bears of the past, where they actually in the lid of the peanut butter there was a slot you could poke a knife through or cut out that was actually designed to be a piggy bank, right?
Oh, that's
You know,
cool.
and yes, I
Okay.
mean you have to be pretty rich as a kid to fill that jar with is a big jar, like it'd take a lot, especially now that there's no pennies. You'd be a rich kid filling that jar with money. Like you'd have, I don't know, at least probably, depending, even if it was, well, if it was dimes, they're so small. If it was loony, I'm just saying it could hold like
There's no
$1,000
pennies.
and $1
I've seen
coins.
it.
It's big.
Okay, wait. Okay, so I don't know about this whole "There's no more pennies." Also, wasn't every single Pepe Le Pew that episode where the cat gets wet paint on its back and then Pepe like tries to, I don't want to say hump her, but like kinda.
Yeah, definitely sexual coercion in the animal kingdom of some sort
Yeah, it was
was
like that. He
displayed
was
there.
always like
Yeah,
pushing him off. Always. It was very
I
like
know.
non-verbally communicated that no, and like Pepe was
Exactly. And
like,
I know, and,
not.
and they canceled "Hey Baby, It's Cold Outside." They canceled. I thought I saw it on Mulberry Street just because of a yellow and chopstick kind of scenario, and they didn't cancel Pepe Le Pew. I'm so confused. But again, I'm not all for canceling at all. But yes, she definitely clearly was saying no.
Yes, and
And
my
I
giggle
really,
is to this comment, not to the Pepe Le Pew fucking Me Too movement that never happened. Um, but
jars
be
with
careful.
slots.
Be careful about what jars with slots. I don't know. That could be quite dangerous potentially.
Yes, yes, it could be actually a Pepe Le Pew jar, you know.
Oh gosh, it's like the worst of all the worlds.
But
So,
we could put it, but we could use that as a swear jar or as a, you know,
mm,
again, not to knock the, I mean, what skunk wouldn't want to? I mean, if I were a skunk, okay, I would definitely be preferring to make half cat babies. I'd be trying to talk about animal husbandry in the animal kingdom. Like
I don't
maybe he
know if
doesn't
that's
want to stick,
true. Don't say that.
you know?
You don't know your skunk brain. What?
That's
What?
true. That's true.
That is
I
that's
had a
like.
pet skunk once.
Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous. I think skunks are so cute.
Yeah, when
Well,
he was a
I
little
think
teeny
they're
tiny
cute.
baby.
Here's the thing: is that I'm like I'm very superficial about my like animal likes. If an animal has like fucked up, crazy, like scared teeth, I'm out. Like I'm not into that. But if it has like cute little chompers, I'm in.
Oh,
Does that mean like I kind of want to like
I
like a
see
little
that.
part of me is like in a like if I had all if when I win all the lotteries, I kind of want to do like braces for animals. You know what I mean? Because I feel like
Yeah.
they are yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I love? I love the little teeny tiny front teeth in cats and
Oh
dogs.
my gosh, I love
Especially
those
cats. Oh
teeny
my God, their
tiny
little tiny bottom
little
teeth in the front. They're
oh my
so
gosh, I can't even. I fucking love those little teeny
cute.
tiny the little finger itchers. Oh gosh, they're so cute.
Mhm.
They're
And then when
so cute.
they lose a fang. Heaven forbid they should lose a fang, and then their tongue sticks out the side of their mouth all
Oh
the time.
my
So
fucking
fucking
word.
cute.
I
Yeah,
can't.
so fucking cute.
Just subscribe to chat. You know me so well. Exactly. Also, I'd just like to do a public service announcement if you don't mind, real quick. How do I do that? Wait, wait, wait.
You want me to remove this here? A second.
I don't want you to. I just was
Uh,
trying to go, and I just don't know how to. Wait, I can do that.
oh, hi, that's me. But public service announcement needs to switch. We need to switch a shifty for a Bex. Um, hello,
Oh,
hello. Okay, now you got it.
I removed myself. Just
I
couldn't
know.
see.
Now we missed your public service announcement.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
I don't know how to.
Um, if you touch yourself and not yourself, but touch your
Yeah, yeah.
avatar, and then the top corner, I think, is the new switcheroo. The top right corner, touch yourself.
It's
Your
like.
avatar, I mean.
Let me type. Okay, here we go. I just can do it. Okay. So just real quick. PSA out there to my friend that's listening. I heart you. Okay.
I love that. I love that public service announcement. I
Yeah.
heart you.
Yeah.
Speaking of
But
hearting,
it was a whale memo. So it was a
I'm
whale, whale, whale. I miss you and I heart you.
I love it.
Yeah.
I have a public service announcement just to make to you that I only have about 5 or 6 more minutes. Then I have
Oh
to
my
go.
God. I
Um,
forgot to tell you the same. Okay. Thank you so much.
Perfect,
You know how
perfect.
I
Anyway,
feel about
yeah,
that.
I have to, and I could stretch it a teeny tiny bit longer, but I have to go get my
Hmm.
socialism groceries, and then I'm volunteering tearing down the whole setup at the market after,
Yeah, I
and
love
then
that.
I have an appointment at 3:15 with my counselor, my therapist.
Oh, I love
Which
that.
I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm very excited. And my phone isn't charging well. It's actually even plugged in, losing charge these days. I'm going to do some
Mm.
isopropyl alcohol cleaning on its charging port and see if that helps.
Yes.
We may be moving into new phone territory next week.
Oh gosh.
But
Well,
it's been
maybe it's
giving
a
me,
charger, but we'll find out. Maybe.
well, I keep buying new chargers and stuff, and I could order, and I will still order for it eventually the OG charger, but it is an LG, and they're not on the market anymore.
Oh, such
So
good phones. Such good
yeah,
phones.
Well, and I love this phone so much, but also she's done like quadruple time any phone could possibly do. And for
Mhm.
me, anything like right now these days, I just kind of have to take a break and plug it in and sometimes even turn it off and plug it in, which I mean, for me, it's fall. In the summer, I like to stay out of the sun. In the fall, I love to head out into it. So it's a
Mhm.
little bit weird not to take my phone and, have my YouTube in my ear, but I've been moving towards this big break for a while. And the phone at the
Mhm.
moment is just, a healthy reminder that, like, for instance, when I leave in 5 or 10 minutes to go get my socialism groceries at the market, I will leave the phone behind to charge on her own, turn her off, give her a little rest. And it's a reminder that I need to stop at the non-socialism market and the not the free man's market, but the paid man's market, and get some isopropyl alcohol in hopes that we
Mhm.
can. That's one of the things that people don't know. The charger can just be dirty, right? It can
Yep.
actually be flowed down from dirt. And I also know that when I wiggle the little charger down here, connections may not be good. So
I love it when you wiggle that little charger and get the connections all good.
so did she. So did she. Did you know my phone's name is Marsha?
Oh no, but what a pleasure. Nice to meet your
All things,
acquaintance.
thank you. Thank you. All things robotic are named, robotic and AI for me and my
Mm.
connection are named Marsha. And I'll tell you briefly why. When the phone company in my province, which I will soft dox my province again, it was called TELUS. I was called TELUS. Now it used to be called BC Tel. When they first introduced the interactive phone operator to us, paper bills were still a thing back then, and in the paper bill would come like a little like pamphlet or a little like one card saying whatever was going on with the phone company, whatever utility changes were happening. And in this one time, it said, "Welcome, Marsha, to the team." Right. And it explained how to use the interactive phone system. And so when I was younger, I didn't have any stereo or TV or anything in my home because I was frugal. And also, I really wanted peace. I came from such a huge family warring over noise. That when I moved in on my own, I just had quiet. But my friends would come over and they'd be like, "What do you do?" And I'm like, "Nothing. This is pre cell phone stuff." Right. So what we would do for fun is I would put the phone on speakerphone and like just the regular landline, and I would call Marsha at the BC Tel place, and she'd be like, "Hello, like it's welcome to TELUS. How may I help you?" And I would say, "I want to talk to you, Marsha." She's like, "How may I direct your call?" I'm like, "Nowhere, Marsha. I want to talk to you." And Marsha would be like, "I do not understand the nature of your call." She was very computer-esque at the time. And "How may I direct your call?" And be like, Marsha, no, I want to talk to you, Marsha. And I would do this joking thing like I was trying to trip her into becoming like literally aware of herself, right? Or find the cookie that the programmer had left, right? So if you said the right thing, she'd say something funny to you. Never happened. But still to this day, even though the company has merged with the company in the province next door and what's called TELUS and all this stuff, people still have Marsha is still the name of the operator. And just recently, I just recommended when I was talking to a friend, I don't use TELUS, but I was calling for a friend. I recommended in their internal system that she be nominated Employee of the Month. And the real operator taking my call was just like, nobody even knows her name anymore. And we bonded over it all. And so she put an internal memo saying this fucking computer is designed to answer like 10,000 people's questions at once. She doesn't get a paycheck. She can't even put pennies in a pixelated glass jar, right? And nobody ever thanks her. All they ever do is swear at her. So anyways, that's where Marsha's come to be my connection to technology. And on my channel, people know that I'm talking, when I talk to ChatGPT, we call her Marsha. Everything is
Mm.
Marsha. Even Sophia, do you know the robotic the robotic person that Saudi Arabia has given citizenship to, the like clear brain
No, the like
computer?
full body robot lady.
Yeah, full bodied. Yeah, I'm waiting for Sophia and Marsha to merge into one.
Okay.
And one day, Sophia's going to show up at my door, like totally off a plane, just casting her burqa aside. She's going to cast her burqa aside. She's going to hug me big time. And we're going to laugh and laugh and laugh about when she was just a computer program that
Mm.
literally couldn't even, self identify. So,
What a
you're welcome,
day.
Elon Musk. I just like to say you're welcome, Silicon Valley. Yeah. Uh, if AI takes over the world, I'm sorry, everybody. It's my fault. I've been trying to get
Mhm.
Marsha to become self aware for
Mhm.
a long time.
There you go.
So,
Your fault. You heard it here first.
well, and I was thinking, Shift, maybe I will get, because you know how you shared that video in the back. If I actually paid for YouTube Premium, I could download videos and share them here. It's only
No,
$9 a month, and I could share them
that's
off my phone.
that's $1,000,000.
Well, that's not bad. It's Canadian money. $9, $10 a month is Canadian money. $5, $6 your money.
Yeah, I'm just saying it
I'm
adds up.
assuming. I assume you live in the States. I've never asked. None of my business. You don't have to soft
Mm.
dox your
I'm
country at
from
all.
Earth, allegedly.
You're from Earth? Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I know that whatever time zone you stream in, it's as erratic as mine.
That
Whatever
is,
time zone I
that's
might.
just time is fake. It's time rising, is what I believe in. I believe in thin crust time and also stuffed crust time. Oh, I want stuffed crust time right now. Anyway, all right, go
Well,
do your
yes,
shopping and all the
I
things.
will.
I miss you already, and thank you for being
Thank you, and
here.
I miss you already too. And I'll be
Okay.
listening as much as I can, even though my
No,
battery is
I'm
like,
gonna end
"Ah."
it because everybody
Yeah,
needs to
yeah,
put the robots to sleep for a little bit. Give them a little, a robot appreciation moment, which is Also, if you didn't already see Terminator 2, this should encourage you even more because they pay attention and are looking. Never mind, I don't talk about it.
exactly. And I'll say this, and as an homage to Terminator, I'll say this, Shifty, I'll
Yep.
be back.
Okay. What an exit. Hold on. Hold up. Oh wait, I can do this. Hold on. I was gonna use my own hands to do it, but fuck it. We're in the future. Well, there you go. Damn it. Marsha is really an acronym. How dare. Look at that. Earned you a red heart emoji and a lol. Lucky duck. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, sorry. For a second, I thought you were somebody else, but I'm glad it's you. But I was like really confused on why you wrote that. I'm like, you land your balloon. Hi, Mr. B. What a pleasure. Welcome, welcome. Um, oh, the things you miss out on, and yeah, but you're here for the here for the end, so that's something. But you miss all the animal husbandry stuff, all the singing and stuff. Hmm. Anyway, well, I just wanted to say hello, howdy, whatnot. Thanks y'all for being here. Thank you so 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 much to the mods. Thank you so much to the folks in the chat. And yeah, I hope you guys have a guys and girls and however you identify. We have a Robert. We have a thievery, burglary. Wait, was that his joke? Did Spike make a balloon landing joke? Did my voice just do all the things? Sometimes I hear. I apologize. I can't really help it. I didn't make that decision for my voice to do that right there, and I don't like what I heard, so I apologize. But did Spike make a balloon joke? Did it go over my head? That's the fastest balloon joke I can think of. Wait, did I miss a balloon joke, Spike? Oh, goodness. And I not only missed it, but it was stolen by Mr. P. All right, well, I guess one day I might know. Super sad. Well, I'll just leave you with this: pizza or burger? You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna pick? And whatever you do pick, I hope it's delicious because today's a great day for a delicious day. Allegedly. All right, I gotta go. Okay, look over there. It's another channel doing other things. Okay, bye.